So today I'm going to be reviewing one of the most popular bows on the market, and that's the Samick Sage Recurve bow. Now the Sage is a great entry-level recurve. Retails for about $200 Australian for a Barebow setup, which is like what I'm holding in my hand right now. The bow itself is 62 inches long, and you can switch out the limbs to alter the draw weight from 20 pounds right up to 55 pounds in 5-pound increments. The riser is made of diamond wood, oak and a hard maple laminate, and the limbs are hard maple with black fiberglass over the top. Now, as I said before, when you purchase this bow, it comes with the riser limbs and string, but there's no accessories like a sight or anything mounted on the bow. But the riser actually does have the bushings to do so. So you can see here there's two sight bushings in the riser, there's a thread for a pressure button, and you can put a stabilizer and an arrow rest into the riser also. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to actually set this up with all the accessories to turn it into a sighted recurve bow. I'm going to go out, I'm going to shoot around, and we're going to see just how accurate the Samick Sage is. Alright, so I've just finished going out shooting the Samick Sage setup, and I had stabilizers, a sight, arrow rest, all that stuff screwed onto the bow, and it was pretty good, really. I was shooting 18 meters. You know, you could keep them mostly in the gold if you were doing things properly. It's not particularly forgiving, so for instance, if I had a shot that felt less than perfect with this bow, I might have got a 6 or a 5. With my, Hoyt recurve, I might have got a 9, which is to be expected because this bow is $200 and a Hoyt's about $2,000, which, that's a difference in performance right there. Now, the one thing I did find is because I've got quite a long draw length, my sight pin, so the dot that I aim with, was right up in here, and so it was nearly obscured by the top of the riser, which made it a little bit difficult to aim. That's not to say it's going to be like this for everyone that uses a sight on the Sage. I've got quite a long draw length, and my anchor is quite low in my face, so my arrow's got a lot of speed and is pointing up at a bit of an angle as well, which is why my sight's quite high. I know one of our members here has this set up with a sight, and he has had no issue at all. He's actually shot a Robin Hood in the last couple of weeks, so it just shows the performance of the Sage. So as far as using it for Olympic style or freestyle recurve, I think it's a really good option. One of the things you've got to look at is it doesn't have a clicker bushing. So if you're wanting to mount a clicker onto the riser, you'd have to use something like a Spigarelli adhesive clicker, or you'd want to look at something like a WNS riser or move up into kind of the mid-range aluminium risers. But as far as something where you want to get into archery, or you want to shoot a little bit on the weekend, or you want to maybe just start getting into tournaments, I think the Sage is a really, really good option. Works fantastic as a Barebow. You can just install a plastic rest like this, or a little hair rest along the riser. That works great. I know a lot of people that are hunting with these bows, and it's worked really well for them. I think in that price range of $200, there's nothing really that compares to the Sage. So I'd highly recommend it for anyone sitting in those brackets I just mentioned that wants to give archery a try and doesn't want to go out and spend $1,000 on a new setup. For this, $200 for the bow, spend $50, $60, get yourself half a dozen arrows, you can go out and shoot and you can have fun. So that was my Samick Sage review. If anyone's interested in looking at these bows, you can purchase them from elizaarchery.com.